What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at XRP. We're also going to be looking at Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Vong, and then the S&P 500. Vong is the Russell 1000 for people that do not know. Lots of interesting things to go over and talk about and discuss in today's episode. Very excited. You can see here we've had a lot of new movement and new things to discuss and go over in today's episode. The past couple of days we were tracking a major rebound and reversal on XRP, you can see here, and we pretty much called for a possible correction, a short in the market, which I think after I record this video, I will be entering a short position trade on these cryptocurrencies. You can see that it almost looks like we're about to reject and see the possible dip in the markets on most of these major blue chip cryptocurrencies, excuse me. Yesterday, I put out a disclaimer, a warning saying tread carefully, tread very carefully, as there's a major buying opportunity tonight, and it's going to be more so this morning here for a short opportunity on a lot of these cryptocurrencies. You can see here us retesting price ceiling. Good chance we're going to see a correction here, and that is what we're going to be taking advantage of. Honestly, well, I'll probably put in this trade while we're making this video here because of how excited I am to see this possible correction here. But Solana looks like it is ready to start veering lower. XRP looks like it's also ready to start, didn't mean to delete that, veering lower as well, as it looks like it is kindly rejecting off price ceiling. Going to start to see correction as we've done so many times in the past here. We do have Ethereum here, which also looks similar. Bitcoin also looks like we could go in for a short. This one looks real nice. We only have 2 points of confirmation here, but there's a chance we could see this. This one's a little more risky than others. Vong looks all right as well. We're getting very close to retesting all-time highs. We're like probably today going to be retesting all-time highs. And as you can see in the past here, we have quite a bit of trouble breaking through that. So good chance same exact thing is going to happen today, probably cause correction here. So expect to see that correction take off as well. And the same thing with the stock market. But with that all being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, obviously BitDFI wants to log me out, so I'll have to re-sign into that to make a trade here. But you can see here on the reward center, they are currently giving away up to $8,100 in free bonus cryptocurrency with a limited time of less than a week. You get a week from when you sign up to take advantage of free bonus cryptocurrency. They even have a registration gift pack of up to $20 in free bonus crypto that with leverage can be quite a substantial amount of money here. Tons of opportunities to take advantage of this free bonus cryptocurrency. Like I said, up to 8K. Little goes a long way here, so I highly recommend you check this out, which is linked down in the description, and we'll go over BitDFI a little more later on in today's episode here. But first and foremost, you can see, like I said earlier in the intro here, we are retesting a pretty vital resistance up here on this top resistance, and there's a good chance we are going to see a dip in the market, a correction in the market nonetheless. And when I look at the CMC, you can see we're trading right at 50 on the figure eight. It doesn't get any more dead center straight in the middle than this. Most likely going to see a correction of some sort take place here. If I was a betting man, which we are going to be doing later today, and because BitDFI wants to log me out, I'll have to make the trade off camera here. But you can see we just keep floating higher and higher and higher on Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP. You can see the stagnant market here for the most part. There is a very high chance, a very high probability correction is going to come. And you can see why as I zoom out. We are in a very, very, very large either descending fractal or descending triangle here, where we are consistently creating these lower highs. Or that was a terrible drawing here, but you can see us continuously rejecting off yellow here. We have yet to break through it. I don't think we have the volume to break through it just yet, but you can see we also have a floor, which we're holding on to really well. But I think for a short opportunity, very good chance we are going to reject off this and pull to the downside here and then fill in this gap a little bit here. I mean, obviously anything can happen. We could break through this ceiling and rally to the upside here. But if I was a betting man, which we will do after today, and I'll update you on how tomorrow's trade goes, I'd be putting in a short right here. That's what I'm going to do, because I think we're going to see a pretty solid reversal to the downside here. It's a pretty obvious one nonetheless here. Very similar to what we've done in the past. I don't think we're going to randomly get the volume to break through it. Obviously, we'll put that stop loss just in case, but more so, I do expect to see us tumbling a bit lower to retest that neckline once again because of how fast we hit it. Good chance we'll consolidate a bit more as we enter into the weekend here. Today's Thursday. We got tomorrow too to play around with this trade here. And it goes beyond just XRP. Even like you can see, what is this, Solana here is starting to see some consolidation. Maybe a little bit more clear on the hourly chart, but there's certainly some sort of like ascending fractal definitely forming here. And this is a pretty easy trade. If you want to play with it on the hourly, you sure can. But even on the 4-hour charts here, you can see kind of this sort of fractal that's taking place here. And these typically topple over. There's a good chance we are going to reject. I mean, there's a lot of resistance right here. Moving average and downtrend. Lots of problems right in this position right here. And this is going to put a lot of downwards pressure. And the bears are probably going to win, and we're going to topple over. These are typically bearish flags. So I would likely expect us to correct to the downside here, as we've done so many. I mean, these entered bearish, and that's what caused this correction here. This one is a bullish one, but I don't usually think these break up. I mean, that's actually 50-50, but the reason I think more so correction is because of all the downwards pressure that would probably cause this market to see a dip or a correction. But we'll do these trades on BitFi, like I said. I'll do it off camera because, BitFi wants to log me out, and I don't want to do more editing because I'm lazy here. But BitFi offers XRP to leverage trade, which is phenomenal here. You can see right over here, if I pull up XRP, they offer XRP to leverage trades. All right, I decided to sign in anyway here, but just to show you, XRP is offered, you can see, which we'll pull up here, on BitFi, which means you guys can trade on BitFi, which is super cool. XRP, one of the cryptos that not many exchanges offer even today. Best part is they even have a demo account for you guys to take advantage of the platform, learn how the platform works, learn how the exchange works. You get $50K in demo money to practice trading your skills completely free. Learn the exchange, learn where everything is. Then when you're ready, you can head on over to this live trading account, which is even more phenomenal here. And now I want to take advantage of this by, let's see, which crypto do we want to do an entry on? I think we're going to do XRP. Solana looks pretty good too, but I think we're going to do an entry on XRP. Even on the 4-hour charts, you can see we don't look too bad. 4-hour on Solana. Nah, maybe we'll do Solana. I think Solana might be an easier trade. XRP looks all right too, though. But either one, I think, is going to be an easy win. They'll both probably topple over at the same time here. But we'll enter, I think, on Solana for a correction here. So what we would do is head on over to here. We'll pull up Solana here. And then what I like to do, Solana to USDT, we will now go into Solana. We have the 4-hour charts loaded up here. And you can see kind of the downtrend that is forming here. There's some sort of smaller uptrend, for sure, but there's definitely a much larger downtrend here. Let's just draw this in super quick. We'll pull up the daily charts just to make things a bit quicker to draw on a descending fractal here. You can see this is pretty large. There's a smaller one in the short term here. I want to make sure we're copying previously. So you can see here much larger as we rallied up and then we came back down. So there's a much larger downtrend for sure. Something along the lines of this. Something along the lines of this. But then even more so, when you zoom in, we have another descending fractal. Check this out. This one right here, we have that top resistance right there, all causing correction here. And then if we jump to the 4-hour, we'll get an even better view. I think we could probably steer this a little bit closer, something along the lines of this. And you can see now we have a good standing that we're probably going to dip to the downside. We're holding on to this support, this horizontal line right here. And as we fill this in, probably going to cause correction here. So what we do to enter a short position here is we head right on over to a market order here. We're going to do a short, but we could do like 10x leverage, just like this. And then we can put in a stop loss right here. We're going to put a stop loss just at maybe 147 just in case. So we enter 147 and instead of a mark, we can leave it at mark. And now what we can do is for quantity, you can see with the leverage, it's going to go up substantially. A 10x leverage can be up to like $10,000 as you can see. But let's say we enter with $2,000 here and we put in the short position. You can see disable order confirmation. You can reset this. Nah, we can leave it alone. Now we can enter for a short position. So you can see we're currently entered in this for the off chance that we do decide to see correction here, but we do have a stop loss right here, which would only cause a little bit of loss here. And you can see our trade entry is on the bottom here, how much we have, how much we're down, how much like our position is, profits and losses. So we're only down about $1 or something here, but more so, we very likely suspect that this is going to cause a dip in the market, hence why we've been zooming in on the Solana chart here. And you can see as we've been consolidating up, we're probably going to reject off this resistance and pull back to the downside here. Even XRP, we could probably get in on a trade here for the short term, expecting to see a recovery back to the downside here. Let's see how we look on the daily charts. Yes, you can see already with this reversal candle here, we're probably going to see quite a substantial dip in the markets as well. But that's what I'd likely expect, either XRP or Solana to be a good trade opportunity here. 4 hour on Ethereum also looks like a pullback is necessary. Bitcoin looks ready and primed to see a pullback as well. This is probably going to confirm our third confirmation, and then we'll see a dip. So lastly, to wrap things up, Vong looks good, retesting this top resistance. And then even if we move up today, I do believe we're going to see correction next week as we fill this in, kind of similar to how I have it drawn. It might not take that long, but something along the lines of this. We're getting very close to overbought. Same thing with the stock market. But with that being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.